here I am. Um, Wanted to tell you all that I know it's been a long time since I last posted. It was back in September, I believe. Can't really say what happened because I don't think I have an excuse, more or less, just a matter of being busy and having stuff going on. Here in Bakersfield, we're having kind of a faux winter, a little bit of rain, not very much. So I guess we're back into the drought situation, but we're having lots of sun today, and it sure feels good. Today, I want to show you several things. A couple of them are a couple little stand-up Santas that I want to show you before I put them away. This little guy was done many, many years ago by me, and he's on, I believe, on a 10-count Tula with pearl cotton. And pearl cotton is slick to work with. I think, see, if we were on 10-count Tula, we were using 5 pearl cotton. And you know, it's all one fiber. You don't have to strip fibers like you do floss. And it has a real shiny look to it. And because you're just dealing with one thread and you're just going over one thread, it's really a piece of cake. If I were to do those shepherd's bush stockings, you know, with that they've got, I think they've got about 20 of them now that are on the large count linen, I would use number 5 pearl cotton over 2 threads. But here he is. He's got like a little charm. I think it's like a little trowel, and there's the little birdhouse. The other little Santa stand-up that I have is this guy, and that's another one that I believe was done in this ornament group that I was in, and I think it's over one on Davos, and it's done with embroidery floss. And he's a cutie too. I keep him out year-round because his colors are such that it goes with the blues that I have in the house. And then there's the back side of it right there. And then underneath is that. So anyway, somebody finished those for me, thank goodness. You know, finishing is not my strong suit, so I'd much rather stitch. I have 3 other, I call them door knockers, although they're not really, they don't make a sound. They go on door handles. And this one right here was from Secret Needle Night that Silver Needle does. And I think it's just so cute with the different flowers, the crocus and the jonquils and the tulips. Those are among my favorite flowers, and it was just really fun to do. Let's see, it's also on that 10-count Tula. And these large count things stitch up so fast. I call them instant gratification because they really go fast. There's that one. And then I have this one right here, which is on an R&R fabric. And it looks pretty fine. So I think it was like a 32 count. And I don't recall what the pattern was, but I just thought it was so cute. You know, the sheep jumping over the house, you know, just like the cow jumped over the moon, well, the sheep jumped over the house. And I just love the colors, really, really nice. And the back side is also the same thing that's on the side. And then the third and final little door hanger thing is another of the Secret Needle Night patterns, and I leave it up all year round. I really like it. It says "Celebrate America" on it with the different houses and the red, white, and blue. So those are some of the things that I finished that I've stitched in the past that somebody else has finished for me. I have a finished object that's been in my closet ashamedly and not put to good use, but I just love it. I guess part of it is I'm not sure how I want him finished. And this is a cross-eyed cricket pattern, and it was done many, many years ago. And I just think he's so cute with his little oblong, round pumpkin body, this little sheep, and with his pennant that says "Boo" on it. And it's also that Tula. I believe it's 10 count, and I used a variety of different fibers on it. I think there's probably this multicolor one probably is like a Karen watercolors, and I don't know that that's available anymore, but but you know, they may have changed to a different company. I just don't know. But that one's really a good one, and I need to get something done with it. In terms of my whips, I have many. And here's one of them. This is by Ursula Michael. It's Let's Do Coffee. And I, of course, converted it. I was just like, coffee isn't burgundy colored, you know, so I wanted to have it, you know, done in browns. And so this is, whoops, this is the beginning of it. And I thought, because I usually can go pretty fast on back stitching and letters, I thought it would go really fast, but I probably put it down to go do something else and just haven't gotten back to it. But it's really fun to do. And when I get it done, it will be framed and go into my kitchen. So that's this. And then my current project, the one that I'm working the most on these days, is by Hands-On Design, and it's the little silver bells ornament right here. I guess I haven't gotten enough of Christmas so far. So there that is. I'm going to put actual silver bells here rather than stitching them. But it's coming along. Here it is right here. Kind of reminds me of doing the year in chalk. And I do know that I'm off one on the border. Not going to worry about it. I'm going to make it work and fudge it. That's my middle name. Why take stuff out if you can get around it? And as long as it's not too obvious and only I can see it, I'm good to go. So that's that. I also joined the SAL that Chelsea and Priscilla started on December 28th. And it's of the, this one right here. I'm sure this will look familiar to you all. Forest Snowfall. And here it is. And I found out that my unknown fabric that I selected, you know, out of my stash, has got to be like a 32 count because I'm struggling stitching it. You know, these old eyes, you know, after a while it's just easier for me to do 28 count. But at least this is a start, and I know I can go further with it. You know, I need good light. I do a lot of stitching in the car on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings because I take a class at Bakersfield College, and I've got to get there really early to be able to find a good parking place. And I get so much stitching done in that car, it's unbelievable. And I can sit in there and listen to my Audible book, and I find, you know, that it tends to be a really good time to get a lot of stitching done. Okay, I also started on the Lantern Lane stitch along with Chelsea and Priscilla, and again, haven't gotten too far on it, but what I have gotten done, I've been very pleased with. Here, this is the top border. And I think it's working up really pretty. I've started this 3 different times. The first time I started it, I realized that I didn't think that I liked my colors, and so I went ahead and you know, said, let's forget that and let's change to something else. And then the second time, I think I realized on into it that my fabric was going to be too small, and nothing worse than complete, you know, 3/4 of a project and realize, oh my gosh, I don't even have room for it. And so here, this is the pattern, or the picture of what I'm doing. So I have some of this done up at the top. Then I've ended up kitting up several other things, and you know, to me they don't really count as starts, but they're waiting in the wings, and if I get bored with what I'm doing, I'm liable to pick them up and start doing them too. I got this cute little one. It's Love Coffee, and it's by Hindsight, and I think it's just really cute. It's going to be a little tiny guy, and so it should stitch up super fast. And that's also going to go on my kitchen wall. I have a wall that I'm using to as my coffee wall that's over there. And then I also have this guy. Haven't kitted him up yet, but I will. It's the hot chocolate. It says milk, vanilla, sugar, and chocolate on it. And I think it's just really, really cute. Be cute ornament, or, you know, cute little flat fold. You know, there are a lot of different ideas for it. Or could make it into one of these door hanger things too. This one right here I've got kitted up. It's called He's a Flake, and I think he's so cute. Took me a while to realize that the reason it's called He's a Flake is because his little body is a snowflake. I just thought, you know, it was just a play on words, and then I realized, well, hello. So anyway, he's ready to roll. I've got the fabric and the floss all ready to go for when I'm able and willing to jump in there. And then I also splurged and got the Let It Snow bungalow, and here this one is. This is the one done by Hands-On Design in the duo with Priscilla and Kathy. And so anyway, this one will be really fun to do too. I have to admit that I joined Stitch from Stash on Facebook, but I went in December and I got a bunch of this stuff because I didn't want it to end up being in my brand new year and have to count it. So anyway, that's what some of this stuff is from. But you know, hey, making plants is a good thing. Here's the very last thing that I bought with that group of things. It's called Peppermint Twist, and that'll be another one that I'll do. And these don't seem like they're too time intensive. What else has gone on? Let's see, we got through the holidays. You know, life is generally pretty good. My two kitties are doing well. I've got one in the chair over here asleep and one on the floor. They're kind of shy though, so I hope to feature them in some future floss tube, but probably not today. What else? Oh, I know. I want to give some shout outs. I definitely enjoy Priscilla and Chelsea. They've been a great inspiration for how to finish things. And I've got some things that I hope to get done using some of their ideas and their tips and so on. I also enjoy, of course, Michelle Bendy Stitchy, and I got a real nice shout out from Quilting Stitcher this past week, and I've gotten a couple new subscribers as a result. That's Nancy, and I always listen to McKenna and Kathleen's Trodden Trail, and Stitching by the Lake, Marlene. I mean, there are just so many that as soon as I see a new one pop up, I'm like, yay! I got to take a look at these. There's another Stitcher that I think she's only made about four videos, and she's been doing it probably about as long as I have. And her name, her channel name is Stitching by Stephanie, and she lives in West LA, and she does needlepoint as well as you know, regular cross stitch and so on, and she's a joy to listen to. I really enjoy her presentation. You know, there's some new ones too. I really try to tune into them to see what they have to say, and you know, I want to encourage them to do it. You know, just like we got the encouragement when we first started. You know, I want to encourage them to keep presenting to us, because we need everybody in this whole thing. The other thing is I'm noticing that you all are going to a lot of retreats and stitch-alongs and so on. Those are so energizing, and you know, I can't say enough. Back in the 90s, I used to go to Spirit of Cross Stitch and some other local stitching retreats, and they're just so much fun. I can't stress how important that fellowship among stitchers is. Well, everybody, I think I'm going to go ahead and call this good. I'm almost up to my 15-minute mark. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope there won't be as much time next time before I come and do another video. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.